Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United, and today we are starting off away from home against Chelsea. Now you might, if you've got a keen eye, notice that we have changed our tactic, and the reason for that is our form. It is the worst form I think we've ever had. And something had to be done. I did also hold a team meeting between episodes. It has improved the morale. The team actually reacted really well. So you'll see there's a lot of good morale there. So I thought we better change the tactic while we've got that good morale in the team, just in case we do lose it. It'll give the team a bit of time to get familiar with each other. Now the tactic that I switched to is actually the one from my 2016 Manchester City save, which worked really well for us as we won the quadruple. So I'm hoping that it can do something for us here. It is a bit of a gamble because it's an attacking formation. But I don't really know what else I can do. We're losing so many games and we've never really nailed the tactic in this save. So this is almost the last throw of the dice. I think if we lose today, we could legitimately be called into the chairman's office, which would be a real concern. And we got a game against Southampton after Chelsea. Then we have a little run of easier games, so then we finish off at Man City. So it's very, very tough. But we'll have to see how the new tactic does. Morale is high. Away from home, I'd settle for a draw. Not great, but take what we can get right now. Hazard puts the ball across and Costa's there. And this time they have broken us down. We're 1-0 down after half an hour. Azpilicueta back to Fabregas. Kante forward to Diego Costa, who slips it through for Hazard. That's too easy and it's 2-0. Hazard's free kick sent towards the back post. And I had a worry there. When Zuma didn't reach that header, I thought we'd give away the penalty. And we have. Hazard for 3-0. Does score, and it has become a bit of a hammering now. Pulisic's late corner, surely too late to do anything. Batshuayi back there, finds Wijnaldum. Vilhena can't get the shot off. And it's finished 3-0. Team morale has just absolutely nosedived. And that was the wrong thing to say. Oh, this save is not going to plan this season. I don't know what to do. We've changed the tactic, and I think we've got to commit to it now. The team are not going to be happy with that, and confidence is in crisis. As things stand, we are still in a job as we take on Southampton at home. I think board confidence is starting to hit the floor a bit, and if we lose today at home, I really do think we're getting called into the chairman's office. So the familiarity with the tactic has stepped up a little bit since that game against Chelsea. I think home advantage will have a big impact. Origi is going to continue up front because he is the best suited to the false nine role. Pulisic and Campbell on the wings. Vilhena, Sigurdsson fill in the advanced playmaker positions. They're probably the two best players we've got for that. Wijnaldum isn't too bad though. Lucas Silva in defence midfield. Rahman Mangala, Keane, Iorfa and Ospina in goal. Just a quick plug before we kick off, and I thank you. We have hit the 100 subscriber mark as I record this video. And I am really grateful to all of you who felt that it's worthwhile subscribing to my channel. If you haven't, I'd really appreciate it if you could. It does help the channel grow. We are currently getting nearly 2,000 views across, or rather 1,000 views a day almost at the moment on the channel, which is just phenomenal. So do subscribe if you don't mind. It does help us out an awful lot. Keane on the right, sends in Sigurdsson. Back to Keane. He whips the ball in. Vilhena's there, and it's gone in. It's looped over the goalkeeper and just touched that bottom corner for 1-0. His first ever goal for the club. Vilhena switches a flank to Pulisic. He's got a man making a run on his left. It's Sigurdsson, still that man free. Iorfa stretching the play, pulls it into Joel Campbell. Iorfa can put the ball in, and he does. Pulisic at the far post. We're 2-0 up. Vilhena inside to Pulisic, man out on the left, and we have found him. It's Baba Rahman behind the defence, puts it across, just cleared away. But Iorfa picks it up, cuts it over, and Pulisic is there for 3-0. Pulisic with his second goal of the game and of the season, and we are 3-0 up, and it's not even half-time. Vilhena gives the ball away. Højbjerg slips it through, and Rodriguez has got a run on goal and scores a stunner. Corner for Southampton, Højbjerg whips the ball in. Austin's there, and it's Vestergaard to make it 3-2. And surely we aren't throwing the 3-0 lead away. Well, it looks like we might just hang on, but Charlie Austin is running at us with seconds to go. Mangala getting the tackle in. And there it is. We have just about managed to get our first victory of the season. And with that win, we are up to 15th in the table. And we've got a good run of games going where we can pick up some points and climb back up towards that top half position. Just to clarify, that was the 9th game of the competitive season. We had 8-game run without a victory, and finally we got it at home against Southampton. We actually didn't win in 5 friendlies before that. That's how long it had been since we won a match on this save, and it might just keep me in a job. Our third game of the episode is away against Hull. No real changes to the team, just Janssen coming in up front because Origi has really not been impressing me. Hopefully Janssen can do a little bit better in the new formation. False lines don't tend to get too many goals, so I'm hoping Pulisic and Campbell can pull their weight instead. But otherwise the team is unchanged from our first win in the season. Free kick for Sigurdsson. Off the bar, but it's gone in. Joel Campbell has just about clumsily put that ball over the line, and we're 1-0 up away from home. Chalobah finds Stewart. Chalobah picks up the ball again, finds Asambalonga. That's his name. 1-1. Stewart finds Chalobah again. Asambalonga through to Stevens. Tackle comes in, but Canos has touched it home, and our lead has been overturned. We're 2-1 down now. And we have just not been able to break Hull down. We've had 15 shots but only 2 on target, which says so much about our strikers so far this season. It's been absolutely appalling. Couple of changes to the team from that disappointing defeat against Hull. Origi is back up front, Atsu on the left. I'm looking for pace from the front three now. With a winger and an inside forward, they should be working together and having runs at the defence if we can. We have a lot of possession. I'm not afraid to risk it in the final third. But we have to win today. The board is still backing us, and it keeps saying because of the successes of last season. And I think that's the only reason we've made it to November. But we have to get another win now. Ospina launching the ball down the field, and Atsu's picked it up unchallenged. He can whip a ball in from the byline. Origi was in there, and Jeff Hendrick has fouled him. We have a penalty inside the first 15 minutes. It's Sigurdsson to step up, and it's saved by Tom Heaton. Mangala's picked up the ball, finds Sigurdsson, who lifts it over the top, and Atsu's in on goal. Still going Atsu, and Atsu scores. He's been very good so far in this game, and we're 1-0 up because of his efforts. Here's Boyd on the left flank. Across to the 4, picks out Tono rather, and he finds Gray, and it's 1-1, and it's just what happened against Hull. We've been dominant, and suddenly we're pegged back. Free kick for Sigurdsson. Into the top corner. Immediate reply from Gylfi Sigurdsson, and we're 2-1 up. Vokes has managed to slip in behind the team, and there's Gray. It's a carbon copy of the last goal they scored. Out of nowhere. 2-2. Rahman's throw. Vilhena with space. Now Rahman can chip the ball in. Campbell's there, and we're 3-2 up, and hopefully there's not enough time left in this first half for Burnley to peg us back. Much has kept the ball in, and he's lifted it over the top for Sam Vokes. It's going to be pulled across, and Gray gets his hat-trick, and that's so frustrating. They've scored the same goal 3 times. Well, it's going to be another very frustrating result. There's been so many this season, and I really don't understand how this keeps happening. I don't know what happened against Burnley today. We're down in 16th. We're luckily still not far off 10th place. A couple of wins would get us back into the right position in the league table, but I just don't see where they're coming from at the moment. Well, it's starting to feel like we are really in a relegation battle, and if we are, this is definitely a 6-pointer away to Norwich, who are at home, so it's going to be extra tough. Norwich down in 18th, I think, at the moment. We're in 16th. A game we just have to be winning, especially as we're playing Manchester City in the next match after the international break. But I genuinely am not sure our players are capable of coming through this game. We'll find out in about 90 minutes. Baba Rahman forward to Atsu. He's held the ball up. Now Batshuayi. He's running at the goal. Options with him. Goes himself, and Batshuayi scores a screamer. He finally scores his first of the season, and what a goal it was. We're 1-0 up away from home. Corner from Atsu. Swung in. Chambers is in there. And that surely secures our first away win of the season. I think it's Chambers' first ever goal for Newcastle. We're 2-0 up with 12 minutes to go. Keane knocking the ball over the top towards Batshuayi. Tete's fouled him from behind, and this could be a red card for Alexander Tete. There it is. Second yellow and a red, and he's got to walk. Well, we have got our first away win of the season. I do feel like we are playing better football now. We're creating a lot more chances. We're just not quite taking them, but I think that's a confidence issue. We do move a little bit further up the table. Another win would push us right up towards that mid-table area. So luckily we're not too far behind the teams that we need to be matching. The final match of the episode is at home against Manchester City. We're on good morale. I'm not sure you can call it good form just yet, but I feel like this new tactic is working. I still think we'll struggle to avoid defeat even against Manchester City, even though we're at home and riding a little bit of a crest. I think it's going to be difficult, but hopefully we can get a couple of points, probably 3 or 1. Points on the board is all we need. We just need to move away from that relegation zone, and I think we'll be safe from the sack. Free kick from Richie to Gomez. He puts it into Atsu. Back, and it's gone in. I think it's no goal from John Stones. No, it's Otamendi. There was confusion in the City defence, and we're 1-0 up against Manchester City. Atsu having a run, picks out Vilhena. Back to Atsu. He sends it through. Origi to Richie. And he's onside. I really thought he was offside there, but we're 2-0 up. I can't believe this. Free kick from Matt Ritchie. Swung in. Gomez tries to get there. Nolito clears it, but Iorfa should get there first. He can put it back in. Finds Keane. There's Sigurdsson. Inside to Vilhena. Now Origi. It's 3-0 against Manchester City. And Divock Origi, he might have waited till virtually December, but he gets his first goal for the club. What a performance from our team. Manchester City with Aguero, Nolito, Lacazette up front have failed to get a single shot on target against us as we go at the other end, have more possession, 14 shots, 7 on target and score 3 goals. What on earth happened today? That was utterly phenomenal, and we're up to 11th as well. And somehow this episode didn't seem that great, but it's at the end become absolutely fantastic. I genuinely am lost for words. I don't know how this has happened. And I'm just going to have a look at the board confidence. It's shot all the way up to 63%. What is going on? I think this new tactic is definitely working. We made the change in the game after the game against Chelsea, beat Southampton, lost to Hull, which was a big upset, and it was frustrating to draw with Burnley. But since then, we've beaten Norwich and City. And next episode, we take on Everton, Sunderland, Palace, Leicester, Arsenal, and West Ham. Quite a few beatable teams in there. A nice Premier League run because we don't have to worry about the EFL Cup after going out to Wickham on penalties. But yeah, I'm absolutely stunned with how this has gone. We've suddenly found form at the right time. And it might have just kept us in a job for the longer term. If this form continues, we could really climb up the table much higher. But I think we're going to leave it there for this episode. A very shocking result. Absolutely incredible. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't checked out our new series, FUT FM, do check that out as well. I'm quite enjoying recording that, and I think people are enjoying watching it as well. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. But until next time, see ya.